I actually finally got to wear my cozy sweater for the first time here in San Diego. We've actually had a little bit of like remaining summer heat, right? And so it feels like, I can't fully embrace fall yet if it feels like summer's still lingering. Hello, happy Thursday. Okay, so let me know if you're watching the replay. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and also let me know what the weather is like for you because, like I was saying, it really has been feeling kind of lingering summerish. And this is really the first day that it feels a little bit cooler. So I'm like, thank goodness. Like there's something about the fall and the change of seasons that I think just like draws us in. And maybe that's what I'm feeling this week, right? Just feeling that draw of just like going within a little bit more, right? And I think, I don't know, it's like that natural like change of seasons that we experience. So hi, I'm so excited for today's training. It's a follow-up on last week's. I'm talking about the number one belief that helps me sell out every time in my business. And I'm going to say last week's belief. Part one was every time I got on the phone with a potential client, it would grow my business in some way. And I talk about that more in depth, whether it's them signing as a client now or later or referring someone, right? I really fully believe that every time someone hops on a call in my business, it's going to grow my business in a big way. So if you missed that one, dive into that. That's really good. The second part, what we're talking about today, the belief, I'm just going to cut right to the chase, is that every time I hop on the phone with a potential client, it will change their business in a big way, right? What if you believe that, right? If you're a health coach, what if you believe that every time someone hopped on a free or discovery call with you, whether they became a paying client or not, that it would radically transform their health? Just that 20-minute, that 30-minute session with you. Do you believe that, right? And if you don't, you have to find a way to get into that belief because number one, it makes it more true that they're actually going to get transformed from that free session. But it's going to make you more excited to get on them and talk about them, right? Because as you know, if you've been in my circle for any length of time, you know that it's not just important to sell your paid stuff, but you really have to sell and advocate for your free stuff, right? You have to advocate for your freebie. Tell people why it's powerful. Tell people why they need to download it, right? Tell people why your discovery call, right? Even if they don't end up working with you, how their health is never going to be the same from hopping on that free call, right? So hopefully this will be a good, and I'm going to talk exactly how to do that, right? I'm going to share some practical details. And feel free to drop if you have any questions for me, if you're joining me live, hey. Or if you're watching the replay, feel free to drop any questions that come up with this. But I really feel like both of these sides of the coin have made a huge difference for me in sales and in my business and feeling really good about selling in general, whether it's doing a discovery call or doing a workshop, webinar type thing, or doing a live stream and selling on that. I feel like it's really made a big difference. Okay, so what we're going to talk about again this week is being an advocate for your free stuff, right? And a lot of people say, well, how are people going to get transformed or impacted by a free call if they don't keep working with me, right? Let me give you some examples. Okay, so again, going to that health coach example, right? That 30-minute call, number one, what are you doing? You're listening, right? And I think sometimes we forget the power, especially in our current like time in 2020, the power of someone just stopping and listening to you for 30 minutes, right? Probably if you're in this group, right, you are in the coaching space and you probably have people listening to you, whether it's friends or family members, right? But we forget a lot of our potential clients coming in, as crazy as it sounds, don't have someone to consistently listen to them, right? And what happens when someone gives us the gift of just a space to listen in a non-judgmental way? I don't know about you, but whenever my coach or my therapist does that for me, I feel so good. I feel so good, right? I feel heard. I feel clear. I feel more confident just by being listened to, right? And so remember that you really are offering that if you're doing your sales call right. You really are listening to that person, right? You are really being present and holding that powerful space for them. And so here's 3 things I wrote that you can say, benefits that people can get from your free call. Again, remember you had to advocate for that, right? So number 1, they're going to get clarity on what the problem is, right? So many people come in to the hi, thank you for hopping on and hanging out. Hope you're having a good day. So many people come into our sales call, right? Feeling really overwhelmed and feeling unclear about whatever it is they're struggling with. So again, if you're that health coach, right? Feeling like I've been trying everything to get more healthy, to lose weight, whatever it is, and nothing's working. So in that exasperated state, right? Even if they don't work with you at the end of the sales call, my guess is they're going to have clarity on what the problem is, right? Massive clarity. So you can tell them, hey, if you hop on a call with me, you're going to get clarity on the problem, right? You're also going to give them two other types of clarity, likely from your sales call. You're going to give them clarity on the big picture solution, whether they take it with you or not. For example, let's say, I sold Visible Impact most recently. So let me use the example of that, right? So Invisible Impact is 6 weeks of me helping you with your content marketing and writing and getting visible, right? And so I would help someone, if I was doing a sales call for Visible Impact, get clear on the fact that they need to get visible, whether or not they join my program. Right? And so maybe this health coach on that sales call is going to say, hey, whether or not you hire me to coach you to improve your health, I really feel like you need to XYZ. Start exercising, start drinking more water, right? They're going to get clarity on what that solution is, and then they can decide whether to hire you or not to take it, right? Another clarity you can give someone on a sales call is even just like the first step, right? So you could say as a health coach, right, if we started working together over the next 6 months, the first step that we would take is creating like a simple meal plan for you. That's what we would do, right? So for free, literally you did not charge them to help give them clarity on their first step, and then they can decide whether they want to take that with you or not, right? Whether they want to do a meal plan with you or they want to figure it out on their own. But likely the reason they're there talking with you is because number one, they resonate with you. Number two, they've tried doing it on their own and it hasn't really worked, right? Likely because they've been trying to make meal plans, but they haven't been doing the mindset work along with it, right? The belief work. So I think it's just remembering, that with your free stuff, you really can give people a big benefit. So if you've never done this before, what I want you to do is I want you to grab a pen and I want you to jot down 3 benefits that someone gets from hopping on your free sales call. Right? You can also do this for your free Facebook group, following you on Instagram, downloading your freebie, anything free you offer in your business, right? But I want you to literally come up with 3 potential benefits, right? And you hear me talk about this in sales too. You're not promising something, but you're saying, hey, based on what you're coming in with, these are the type of things that are possible for you, right? In the sales call. And if you want to be brave, feel free to drop it in the comments and I'm happy to look it over and cheer you on. But I think this is so important, right? Because a lot of times I hear women say, Anna, I don't have a problem like converting sales calls. When someone's on the call with me, it feels really good and I feel excited, but it's really getting people to book them in the first place, right? If that's you, let me know. I actually wrote 3 different things you can assess with this. What's the sticking point? Drop a 1, 2, or 3. Number 1, getting people to book the call in the first place, right? That's what we're kind of talking about today. Number 2, people are booking, but they're not converting. We can talk about that another day. And then people are converting, but then they're disappearing, right? They're saying they're a yes, but then they're ghosting. So obviously I have a lot to say on all of this, but let's just start with step 1. If you're not getting people to consistently book calls with you and you're not consistently connecting in that way, that's the problem we want to solve first, right? And I really feel like a big part of this is knowing the value, again, for you, but also for your potential client and being able to say that in a really compelling, direct way, right? Can you really say, hey, if you hop on this free call with me, it's really going to shift things for you. And here's some of the benefits, right? And can you really lean into not just offering your call and then never mentioning it again, but can you really mention it again and again and advocate for it and sell it and really believe in the power of it? And if you don't believe in the power of it and you're like, can someone really get a benefit from my discovery call? Can someone really get shifted, right? Really let yourself explore that, right? And ask yourself, what do I want to be possible for the people that hop on my free call, right? What shift do I want them to see? What do I want to be possible for them, right? And maybe it is that you want to, I remember at the start of my business, I really was working on being a better listener. And so a post-it note I had for myself, especially for my free calls, right, is I'm an amazing listener. And I realized that the more I really leaned into listening on my free calls and really being present, the better results my people were getting even from the free call. And so I am all for shifting your technique and getting better in that way, but also just remember to embrace advocating for it. Okay, my loves, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you have just a beautiful Thursday. I hope that you are taking good care of yourself. I And feel free to let me know if you have any questions. And again, what I would love your homework to be, your action step from this is really getting clear on the benefits, right? Ideally, the top 3 benefits of someone hopping on your free call, right? And maybe just start with one. If you're like, I can't come up with 3, just start with one. What was I going to say? Feel free to drop it here below. Again, let me say the examples one more time. Clarity on their problem, right? Clarity on the big picture solution, and clarity on the first step. So it may be that those are the 3 benefits for you, but get a little more specific, right? Depending on your business and where you're at. Okay. Also excited to let you know that I'm doing a new template set. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm giving away one of the template sets that is new. It's an offer PDF. So basically it's going to help you whether you're doing a one-on-one coaching offer or a group offer or a course offer. It's going to be a PDF template that you can just go in and fill out and get ready to sell, right? Because I found that a lot of women will hold them back is like, but I don't have this beautiful sales page on my website. And the truth is that you don't need that, right? You can sell from a PDF. So feel free to head over and enter to win that. And I just hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your Thursday. Okay, bye for now.